Technical difficulties. Good morning. It is a little after 6, and so welcome and thank you for joining me on this chakra journey. We have begun the third chakra, the Manipura chakra, the very first of our 2-week exploration of it. Third chakra is the solar plexus chakra, located traditionally as it's thought behind the navel. If you've ever heard the expression, follow your gut, that is kind of what this ties into. The gut is almost like a second brain. And it's hard to explain. We can sense many things that we cannot physically see or understand, and so we build the Manipura chakra in order to grow that sense of direction. When the third chakra, the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus chakra is out of balance, we can sometimes feel like we have no choice, like we're powerless, sort of a victim mentality. And on the other side of that is rigidity and over controllingness, and that's where I found myself on that spectrum, in the closed Manipura chakra, just rigid and overly controlling feeling of powerlessness that manifested in behaviors of controllingness, and that was stemmed on by that feeling of powerlessness, by feeling like I was unable to fully and truly express myself in a meaningful way. But this morning, I'm just feeling a little bit off, and so I'm just gonna jump right into the meditation. So seated in a comfortable space, relaxed, looking forward with no real focus, breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth, eyes open. And as we breathe in, we are breathing in all the possibilities of the day. Possibilities which are shaped by setting the tone of the day early with gratitude and deliberateness. And exhaling anything we may have been carrying around from days past. Negative thoughts and feelings, fear and doubt, hopelessness. Just releasing it into the universe. And with the next out breath, closing the eyes and returning to the breathing to normal, in and out through the nose. And becoming aware right now of the space that we are seated, fully aware of that space in 3 dimensions. Getting in touch with our physical senses. Feeling the weight of our body pressing down against our seat, and noticing the contact between our body and our seat. Feeling the weight of the arms and the hands resting gently on the lap. Becoming aware of any sounds that may be breaking the silence of the morning. Loud sounds, quiet sounds, near sounds, far away sounds, comforting and disquieting sounds. Noticing also any distinct smells or strong aromas that may be hanging in the air. Swirling the tongue around in the mouth and noticing any tastes. And taking just a few moments to check in with the body, just to see how our vehicle is feeling this morning. Starting at the soles of the feet and scanning upward to the top of the head. Just taking a brief inventory of each part of the body, noticing points of comfort or discomfort, of ease and relaxation or tension. And as we look at each body part, just noticing, not stopping and lingering, but just noticing how it feels. Noticing if it feels the same as it did the last time we checked in. And now shifting focus to the breath. Without controlling or directing it in any way, just watching the body breathe naturally as it does, ceaselessly, every minute of every day of our lives. And noticing where we feel that rising and falling of breath in the body today. As you inhale and exhale, do we feel that rising and falling high in the chest, in the lungs, perhaps in the diaphragm, or even low in the belly? Just observing that process of breathing. And as we transition into that space, we begin our day with a moment of gratitude, searching our minds this morning for that for which we are grateful. This morning I am thankful for sustenance. Often the rain of which I complain waters the earth and allows to grow that which allows me to live. A diet of primarily fruits and vegetables and nuts and roots would not be possible without the rain which allows these things to be produced on the earth. And I say aloud, thank you. And setting the tone of the day ahead of any thoughts that the mind may create or feelings the body may generate. I intend and affirm I am healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I always have a choice. I operate in strength and vitality. I deliberately cultivate a strong and loving energy every day. I express myself in a loving and responsible way. I am free of attachment to possessions. And with our intentions and affirmations set for the day, we resume our focus on the observation of the breath. If counting makes it easier to focus, then simply count the out breaths to a count of 5 before starting again at 1. If the mind begins to become carried away by thoughts, it's all right. The moment we notice, just return the focus to the observation of the breath. It's perfectly natural for the mind to wander. But if we notice it wandering, just bring it back, focusing on the rising and falling of the breath. If you've forgotten where your count was, just start back at 1. for just a moment, letting go of all focus and allowing the mind to do what it wants. If it wants to think, let it think. If it wants to focus on something, let it focus. And turning the attention back to the breath as we return to the physical senses, becoming aware once again of the space in which we are sat in 3 dimensions. Feeling once again the weight of the body pressing down against our seat and the point of contact between them. Contact of our arms and hands resting on the legs. Noticing any sounds. As well as any strong aromas or tastes in the mouth. And when we're ready, slowly, gently opening the eyes, but remaining in our positions for just a moment. And continuing to look ahead with the same unfocused gaze. Deliberately pulling from that meditative space our gratitude, our intentions, our affirmations, that which will set the tone of this day. That'll do it. If you're still on there, good morning, Patrick, man. How you doing? So, anyone who is continuing to do this, I just want to bring you, some encouragement. It is not always easy. I don't want to do it every day. Not gonna lie. It is a process. This morning, I really was not feeling like it. But I had to take the bad with the good, the feel like it with the don't feel like it. Many of the things that I have had to do in my adult life are things that I don't necessarily want to do, but they are things that have to be done in order to accomplish a goal that I have set. And if I don't want to do the things toward the goal, then I have to really question whether what I say I want is what I really want, because the roads there are not always easy. But stay strong, have a great day, and spread light and love everywhere you go, no matter what. And we'll do it again tomorrow.